Hi everybody, Jessica Griffith. I've been selling real estate since 2007 and I wanted to share some really helpful experience with you that I obtained when I first started because what was happening in 2007? The foreclosure crisis. So I was working with foreclosure listings and asset managers to sell their properties. And when a buyer requested a price reduction or they requested repairs, I had to provide supporting documentation that helped the asset manager understand exactly why. Now, whether I'm working with an asset manager or a seller today, I'm definitely taking that experience and using it to my full advantage because I get requests for repairs from other agents who have seasoned time in the business, and I can honestly say they're not nearly as thorough as this process. So what does this process look like? A buyer gets into contract, they do a home inspection, and the home inspector gives them the summary. That summary says, here are some things that are of great concern and need to be addressed immediately. And then it will itemize some areas that need to be looked at or maybe repaired at some point. And so the first thing I'm going to do is look at this and say, is this something that was noticeable at the time of making the offer? And if it was, why are you only requesting that we repair this now? And if it wasn't noticeable at the time of making the offer, is this something that could affect the value of the property? And is the buyer actually paying fair market value for the property? So as a buyer's agent, what I would encourage you guys to do is talk to your buyers about what are the most important items to them. You want to really stay away from anything cosmetic and speak more specifically to items that would cause a safety concern or a potential financial pitfall for them moving forward after they close escrow, because you never want to put your buyers at risk of not being able to make their mortgage payments based on repairs, right? So when you do a request for repairs, get 2 estimates for the work that needs to be done, and this is going to help you in several areas. And then you want to provide a copy of the home inspection report. Now, on the request for repairs, it's important to itemize each item that the buyer wants to have repaired. You also want to provide an estimate that shows what each of those items is going to cost. And the reason for that is because when you do a request for repairs, you should ideally give 3 options to the seller. 1, buyer requests that seller make all the repairs. 2, buyer requests that seller provide a credit in lieu of repairs. Aha, here's where the estimates come in handy. Or 3, buyer requests that the seller reduce the purchase price. Well, there you go, estimates coming in handy again. So it's really up to the buyer's agent and the seller's agent to communicate professionally to their clients about what the best options are in addressing those concerns, how to write the request. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the decision on whether or not to do any of those things, make the request or adhere to the request, is solely going to rely upon the buyer and the seller. We're only the middleman that comes in between and helps you coordinate that information and communicate that information across the table and do it in a way that's professional and promotes transparency and safety. So I hope this video was informational and helpful. And if you guys have a request for repairs, you're not sure what to do, make sure you reach out to your broker or an agent that has a lot of experience with getting requests for repairs approved and through. And I hope you guys are having a good day. Bye.